Hi everyone, my name is Camila and today we're gonna talk about how to create your own strategy. So let's take a look for my whiteboard. So here I have few points that usually people think that you should have in your mindset to be a very successful trader. For example, let's talk about each points here. So we're gonna decide, is it really important or not. So let's talk about experience, if it's that important for the successful trader or not. Of course my answer is yes. So we're gonna put a green light for the experience because usually it's very important for the trader and it decides how successful gonna be the trade, how successful the trader is gonna be. So when you see some people who just popped out on the trading, who just popped out on the YouTube, probably it's some frauds because they don't have enough experience to teach you, so be careful with that. And also of course trade, have some free time in your usual life to have few trades in a day, so you're gonna gain this experience and have more of it, so you will be more confident on the platform, more comfortable in trading and so on. So we are putting a green light for this. Then we're going to the nerves of steel. So some people think that it's very important to be very calm person without any nervous situation, but in fact we all people and we all have nerves, and usually you can see me in my videos, sometimes I get nervous because some type of deals when the market is not very stable, and really the nerves you need only if you are not sure in your knowledge and in your experience. So I can tell that is not so important for a trader and you don't really need that factor to be successful. So the third point here is rules. Maybe it's not very nice written, but I hope you understand, and I'm gonna put here a double yes. Of course, when you have rules, it makes your trading experience much easier and much better. You create rules, how many hours a day you trading, with which assets you trading, with which strategies, what timing you use, what percent of your capital do you trade, and so on. And it's very important, it get you discipline. So I'm also gonna write here about discipline, so that is very important. So rules is a double yes, and we use it for 100%. The next one is about to be genius. Some people think that to be successful trader you need to be some sort of genius, some sort of 1 million of IQ, and to be very smart. But in fact I can say that I know a lot of very smart people that are genius in their sphere, but in real trading life they're not so successful because sometimes a lot of knowledge gets behind you and success, so you get too much thought about something. So I cannot tell that if you're not genius you cannot be a successful trader. That's not true. So if I think everyone can be a successful trader today because you have so many instruments, so many knowledges in open sources. So of course that is a no, you don't need that. Then is very popular opinion. I think usually even in my comments sometimes it pops out about the luck. So some people think that people who successfully trading on the binary options are just lucky, but in real life it's not working like this. Because I think you can get lucky on binary options, but the next day you won't be lucky and then you will be lucky again. That's not the luck that makes your result, it's you. So I think that luck is 100% is not our option, but here is working. This thing is about to be realistic and optimistic. So you not get too sad, you not to get too exhausted, you just just keep it being optimistic and still being in real life and understanding all the risks. So it's about being realistic and optimistic, and I think that is pretty much it. The next part is about organization, and of course we're putting double yes as with the rules, because when you organized your process very nicely, it helps you to trade, because you have, for example, special time, for example from 10 till afternoon, from 10 a.m. till afternoon I'm trading, I'm doing 5 or 6 trades, I'm putting $100, and for example I'm only trading without OTC and only 80% with payout, so it helps you very much. So I think trading is a lot about discipline, rules and organization, and of course experience. So that was the part about the mind. So the second part that you need to create your own strategy is about, so we just talked about the mind and what is important to have for the person to be a successful trader, to create your own strategy. So the second part is again about the rules. So I'm recommending you to create your own rules, but how to do it? So first of all, I think the step one to create your rules is about observation. So you find some repeatable patterns that happens on the market, and you understand, for example, when it's trend for the maximum, you putting the trade up, when it's trend for the minimum, you putting down, you finding some patterns that after the big tail for the downwards the price goes up, for example, some really usual and understandable rules, and after that you make yourself a rule that you putting, for example, and after that you find some repeatable pattern that is very comfortable and understandable for you, you create your own rules from here, because that helps you to understand and to work with the strategies. So you found some pattern and you found some statistics and some indicators that helps you. So you found your repeatable pattern, you found the point where you confident to enter the market, you understood how you work, how many hours, which percent of the capital you putting in, and then you just create your own rules, and that's gonna be very easy to predict. You just follow these rules and you use your golden pattern. And third one is gonna be easy to predict, is just follow your rule and find your golden pattern. So you followed your rules, you found this one is not working, but this one is working great. And there we are, we found our golden pattern that we're using all the time. For example, if I'm putting this amount of money in this asset, in this situation, it brings me profit. If I'm putting in this situation, it's not giving me a profit. That's how we're going to the next part. So the third part that is very important for us, and we're going from the gold pattern here, it's of course about analyzing. So that is very important, to always analyzing what's happening and giving yourself an understanding the points that you should know, and I think that is one of most important part. And it was the third one, and the first one for me is stick with one strategy. That's simple and works, because if you're gonna choose the different strategies for every day that you're trading, you cannot analyze how effective it is or it's working for you or not, because if you use different strategies every day, you just don't have real statistics of how it works, is it profitable or not, because that is a bad idea. So we're gonna stick with one strategy here. And let's go. Final point to create your own strategy and be a successful trader is to understand the average risk reward. And the fifth one is about understanding the average risk reward. So that is about being your average of winning person more than of your losing person. For example, so we have these candles and we have this trend, for example, for going up, and a few time ago the market was somewhere here, somewhere stable in this area. So we have two parts of the ways that the market still continue to goes up or it will be stable. Probably we don't have the area to going down, it's not working for us. So after that we should understand how percent of winning is bigger than percent of the risk. So here is the idea that zone of the risk should be way smaller than for example, here we understand that it's gonna be 90% of winning, and we can see on all indicators that the market is having a trend for the maximum, and we're having this, for example, for 2 points, and the percent of that market gonna go down or gonna be stable in that area is just about the 1. If we're going about the parts, so if we're showing it's in the parts, your average percent of winning is going for 2 parts here, and percent of risk is just here. So your average percent of winning is higher than percent of risk, and here you understand that it's better to put this trade in and you're probably gonna have your profit. So this was my 5 rules about creating your own strategy for yourself and become really successful trader. So I think now it's time to have a few deals just to show up how we use these rules in real life, and let's go. So here we're gonna start as usual. So we're choosing the assets with the biggest payouts. That's my own strategy, that usually I use the assets with the biggest payout, and then I usually use the candles for 30 seconds, and today I'm gonna work without the indicators, and timing for the trading gonna be a 1-minute trade, and let's put, for example, $150. So let's see what's happening on the market. So as you can see, I'm always stick with my rules. I'm choosing the same asset all the time, using the same candles time frames. Still I have chosen time frames for my deals, and here I'm gonna put for the downward. I steal the time frames for my deals, so I have my own patterns that I'm working with, and that is usually giving me a profitable deals all the time. Okay, so let's see what's happening on the asset and find our position to put our trade in. So what we can see here is that we had a trend for the minimum for a very long time, but we should have a compensating movement that is very important for us, and as you can see, that is what's happening right now. Also, we had very unstable movement, and now the buyers are just crazily stable. As you can see, we have the full body, even the full body of the candle before, and let's see what's gonna happen with this one, because as you can see, this one is not very comfortable as it was before because it have a long tail, but as you can see, the position of the traded places is kind of upwards. So I think that we still have a trend for going to the new maximum here, and as you can see, we're just closing it like this, and we had the first profit already just in 1 minute. Isn't that amazing? So let's see what's happening on other trades. Usually I'm sticking to one position. I'm thinking here we're going to up to, as you can see, we had this moment of going downward downwards, but we still have a very nice tail of this candle, so we could go higher positions here, and I think that is what gonna happen because we don't have a lot of positions to work with to the downwards area. And guys, we still continue to work. As you can see, the candle closes up to the good position with a strong tail to the downwards area. That is telling us area downwards is not working out for us very well. Also, we already tapped the zone of support right now, and I don't think that we have more zones of support to work with, and I think that we continue to work with a higher movement. And guys, we're having the second profit in a row. I think that is just amazing. So let's make one more deal, and that's gonna be very nice for me. Let's put to higher here. As we can see, we have a little bit curvish movement right here on the market, pretty stable one. And why I put it so fastly to the higher area is just because we have these tails right here that telling us downwards area is not working. We're going for the higher, girl, and we are going for the higher. So that is very nice position for me. A little bit unstable buyers, but I think it's just compensatory movement because you can see we're working with a curve, so it have place to be. But this candle is very interesting, very interesting, because it can be this mystery candle that close up in the middle of the body, but it's not going to be like this. And we continue to go up, but very unconfident, very risky moment. I'm a little bit nervous even. Oh god, we guys have this profit, but it was very nervous. So that was my few rules how to create your own strategy to become a successful trader, and I hope you liked it and it was very useful for you and interesting. Also, don't forget that you can ask me all your questions in my private messages in Telegram, and also don't forget about my absolutely free Telegram channel where you can trade with me online, because I give absolutely free signals to trade with me. So don't forget to follow my channel, put the likes on and write some comments on. I will love that. So bye bye.